Hello friends, welcome to Bring on Tech. So if you are on my channel for the first time, you are watching my video for the first time, you can subscribe to my channel and also click on bell icon to get the latest notification. Okay, so my previous video was on region and availability zone in AWS. Now in this video, I'm going first explain and then show you the hands-on IAM. Okay, make sure you are on the video till last so that you do not miss any important point, as there are a lot of important points covered throughout the video. Okay, once again, if you're not subscribed, just go to my channel and subscribe and click on the bell icon to get the latest updates. Okay, so let's start. So what is IAM? IAM actually stands for Identity and Access Management. Okay, and so the entire AWS security, okay, it revolves around IAM. So if we are using any AWS service, that service interacts with IAM. IAM lies in the center of AWS. So any security related aspect, if we are considering, then that is related to IAM. That is, I mean, we are using some of the things in IAM. Okay. So IAM has three things mainly. One is users, groups, roles, and also we have policies, which are JSON documents. IAM has a global view, so it is not region specific. It has a global view. Okay, so when you select IAM from service, you will get global on the region, and you will not get particular specific region. You will get global. Okay, so in the IAM, whenever you create a AWS account, right, that is a root account. Okay, so you have a root account, and you can from the root account again you can create other accounts as well. So what AWS says is you should not be using the root account, and you should create another account which would have admin privilege and use that account, because account has maximum privilege and you should protect it. Now, how you should give the privileges? So what is the best practice is, what AWS says is you should give the least privilege to the resources. I mean, say a resource needs a privilege of read write. So you should not give him a privilege of read write execute. If he needs a read write, just give him read write. So give him the least required privilege. Okay. In IAM, we have policy documents. Policy documents are written in JSON, JavaScript object notation. I'm going to cover all these four things in details: user groups, roles, and policies in the upcoming slides. So what are users? Users are just like you and me. If you have an AWS account, you are the user. If I have an AWS account, I am the user. Okay. So for each user, there is an AWS account. There can be more than one if you want to create one. Okay. So only owner and admin should have the root account. I mean, only the creator or the root, whoever is creating has should have the root account. All other users should get the should have the non-root account. I mean, you should grant a different access to all those users. You should not give the root account passwords to any other user. It is just for creating the account, and for the usage purpose, you should create different users. They should have their own account and with their required least privileges. Now groups. Now groups, as it suggests, right? It's group of what? Group of users. How these users are combined? This can be based on the group of a testing team, of a QA team, of an HR team, or of some functions. they perform, group of those users. So this is what is group is. If you see this diagram and you consider this uh, round as rectangle as a group, then the users are these circles. Okay, so you can see that there are different users within this group, dev underscore team. So you, what is the advantage of using a group is, say you there are 5 users and you have to give some privileges to them. Okay, you don't need to give them separately. You have some privilege access which you have given it to group. You just add that user to that group, and that user will inherit the privilege that is there on the group. Say you have 1,000 users, you cannot go and give permission to each and every user. You just add them to group and that's done. Okay, so let's move on to next slide. Now this is roles. So role is what? Role, like, you have users and permissions on the for the users. These roles are meant for the entities. Entities can be I mean it is, you can say that on the AWS resources, on the machines. These, this is what is role for. Okay, like Amazon SSM role for instance quick setup. This is a role which you assign to some of the service. Okay, like you have EC2 creation role. Now that is a role which you assign to, say, EC2 service, which Amazon has, AWS has. So roles are for internal usage within AWS resource. Each role is associated with some AWS resource service. Okay, they have permission on entities and machines and not on users. You should remember this. These are not on users, these are on entities or machines or on services. You should have one IAM rule per application. This you should remember. So you have users, you have groups, you have roles. Now you have policies which are JSON document. These JSON document, Java Server Object Notation document, they tell us what is allowed, what is not allowed for user groups and roles. Okay. So you have existing policy. You can also create new policy. You don't need to create a new policy always, but there are so many policies, you can just apply those policies to this. Now this is IAM best practices. Just a disclaimer. This information I have got from AWS.com IAM, and as per that best practice, you should create an individual user, and you should not be using the root account. Okay, individual user should be created for each user. Groups, manage permission with groups. You can manage the permission with groups. Okay, and you should be granting the least privilege. This is one of the questions that is asked in the normally asked in cloud practitioner exam as well. So you should remember that it is, everything is based on least privilege principle. Auditing, I mean, CloudTrail you can use. We will see that later in CloudTrail video. Password should be configured. A password that should be configured should be strong. It should be rotated. Okay, and you should use roles to share accesses. You should roles for Amazon EC2 instance and MFA. What is MFA? MFA is multi-factor authentication. So just like I mean, you have seen that in Google or some other things, you get an OTP on mobile, right? That is to authentication. So in the same way, we have MFA, the second way of authentication, and there also we get to set our mobile numbers, where you get the notification on the mobile number, you the OTP on your mobile number, and using that OTP you log into the your account. That makes your account very secure. Okay, so these are the best practices, and now let's go and see the hands-on on AWS console for the IAM. Okay, so I'm in my AWS console. Okay, so in AWS console, if you go to services and select IAM, you can see, you can get here. Also, if you see here, right, security, identity, and compliance, IAM is there. Then just click on IAM. IAM, and I've just blurred this here because it's where is the link with which I should sign in. So I've just blurred it for security purpose. Okay, so if you see here, we have groups, users, roles, policy, identity providers, account setting, etc. Okay, now first thing is what you should do is, as a best practice, you should delete your root access key, which I have already done. Okay, so you just come to here and delete your root access key for safety purpose. Second thing is activate MFA. You go to MFA, okay, and see it's giving me an option to change password, and you set your MFA device from here. Okay, now let me go back to that task console. Okay, so now third point is create individual IAM users. I have not done it. Actually, I deleted it. I will show it to you. So use groups to assign permission. Okay, you have to. We will see that as well. I've already done that. I've created groups. You can see two groups here. Apply an IAM password policy. Okay, apply an IAM password policy. So these things you should do to make your account secure. Now let's go to this one. Create individual IAM users. Okay, manage users. Add user. So I am creating a new user. Okay, say the new username is bring on tech non-root account. Okay, and I'm giving it both access. I'm giving it a custom password. Requires password reset. I will reset the password. Next, I will give a permission. Okay, so I will add user to group. We'll just remove this black blur thing. We have to set permission. So there are three ways we can give permission to user. Either we can add user to group, we can copy permission from existing user, or we can attach existing policies directly. Okay, so let me attach existing policies directly. So I'm giving administrator access. Say admin. Is there anything apart from with admin? We'll check that. Okay, no. So I will give it change user access as well. IAM user change password. Okay, so change password access I am also giving. And admin we have anything else? Okay, so this is the administrator access. There are other accesses as well, but I will stick with these two accesses. You can copy permission from existing user as well. So if you already have a user, you can copy permission from that as well. Okay, but I'm showing it to you thinking you are using it for the first time, and you'll be, this is how you'll be attaching policy. Okay. uh, Next, tags. Add a tag. Say I give username, or I'll just give a name, and the name will be for non-root user. Non-root, what, non-root, bring on tech user. I'll go to review. So this is the all the policies I've given. I'll create a user. Okay. Now this, I'll download this CSV. The credentials are there. I will not show you that for the security purpose, of course. And I will also I will send an email to myself. So I'll get an email with this detail. Let it be. It's not, but this is how you can do it. Okay, you can send an email with this credentials.csv. You will get it in email as well. I won't show you the secret access key. Now let's go to this. Okay, let's close it. Now this is the user. Bring on tech. You have to go to AWS console and use an IAM user. Since it's not, you give your account ID. Next. And it is asking for the IAM username. Okay, so I will have to go and see the username. Just a minute. So I'm giving my username. If you remember, this was the username I created, and I'm giving the password which I gave there. And as there was an option, right, if you want to change the password on first prompt, yes, you have to, I will change it. First I'll give my old password and give the new password. Confirm password change. And I have logged in with the new user account. So I will just show you here. Now I can unblur it. It's a non-root account, and this is what AWS was saying that you use an non-root account. Just unblur it. Okay. So this is the non-root account. Okay, which for the user you created, bring on tech non-root account user. For this account, you are able to log in from that account. That user is able to log in. This is the first time it's login. So now just go to services, go to IAM. Let's create a new group. Let name it a test IAM group. Next step is the policy type I want to give. So I want to give an administrative access, say S3 full access. Let me change the name, better name, say S3 access group. So all the user in the group will have access to S3, and I'm creating a group for that. So I'll just select search for S3, and you see here whatever is there for S3, I'm giving it to this group. Okay, all the policies I'm giving to this group. Now if I add any user to this group, okay, so S3 access group I created. Now in group action, I'm going to add user to the group. I have one user, I'm adding it. This user is added to the group. Okay, so you have seen the user creation process. You have seen how you log into the new user, how you create a group and assign that user to that group. Now let's go and see the roles. Okay, so these are the role names. These are the different role names. Okay, you can select and you can delete that role. So let's create a role. Let's create a role for say EC2. See, you're selecting a role for here. Let's go back for AWS service, another AWS account, web identity, SAML federation. Okay, so identity federation is something you are using the active directory of your corporate account, and you are using IAM so that you can use those credentials from your corporate account and log in here. So that I will show you next week in some other video. Okay, now let's assign some policy. Administrative access say, and next tags name, I can give any name. I can create a test role for S3. Just any name you can give for this role, and allows AWS EC2 to install call services on the behalf. Create role policies. This is the administrative access I've given, but actually in the policy you should give all the policies that is related to EC2. Okay, this is just for showing you how you can create role groups and how you can assign policies. Okay, now test role name check. We go here, or better I'll show you if you search here test role name check, test role name check, you see here. Okay, and trusted entity is the EC2 service. For EC2 service you selected, and it will just show the last activity. You can go to the role and you can attach or detach policies from here, and I can save it. I'm just deleting the role for now. Yes, delete. I'm deleting this role. Okay, so guys, this is what IAM is. IAM takes care of the security within AWS, and anything related to security in AWS, any user creation, group creation, roles creation, policy creation, any access to any services, entities, it's all done by IAM. So let me know if you have any issues, and I hope you liked my video and you were able to understand the function of IAM, how why you use it, how you use it, how you create user group roles policies. Okay, and I think it would be a good starter video for IAM and all, and you can explore with the other options. Also, so if you like my video, just subscribe, and thanks for watching. Do subscribe. Thank you.